Hey guys, welcome back to the Dion Gaming channel. Today we're going to cover a couple of things. One, two of my friends actually quitted the game. I built them, well, I didn't build them. I gave them the BF that I had daily for the Lost Soul. They quit. They decided to give me back the cards. Technically, the BF they spend on the card plus some of their cards and stuff like that. So what I'm going to be doing now is, depending on when I actually make my videos, I'm going to be giving my daily. So if it's 3 days from now that I make a video on Search on battleforge, then I am going to be giving 150 BF times 3, basically, which is a 75 daily. I will keep the booster for now because I'm gonna need it to do bid war, so I can try to win, which you're about to see in a couple seconds. Something that I am going to bid, and I'm pretty sure this video is not gonna come up until I either win or lost the bid war there. Another thing is that we are in the open stress of Battleforge, and there's a plan for the release. So understand that if you come here just to play, it's gonna be buggy. And you know, we appreciate more players that actually come here to test the game, so we can get this game to the release, closer to the release, or closer to the wipe, so we can get closer to the release. So if you actually come here just to play or anything like that, and not even test or anything like that, or help test or anything like that, just understand that it's going to be very buggy and there's going to be wipe. Some of the players have misconceptions that they think this game is already out. The game is not already out. I never said that it was out. All my videos actually say that you know, we're in the open stress, and you can read the description below for that. To the player that I was actually helping here, I give him everything that I could for him to sell, plus my Wind Reavers for his nature deck. And then over here, I try to sell my Primero so I can help players out. I'm just going to use Jorn for cheaper instead. However, this actually came up, and I am going to bid war on that crap. That's about 400 Battleforge points profit in there. Moving on to the Insane God, we still need a lot of players to test this map specifically. As you've seen, many other players are actually getting laggish, robot laggish, freezing. I haven't. I know Cuban hasn't. So you know, if I haven't, he hasn't, and then doesn't have it, then I don't know what problem can be causing there. You know, I don't know if it could be their side, their end, their ISP, or anything like that, or maybe it is from the server and I'm not being affected. Next, we're actually going to be doing an expert mode. You probably not heard of so much of these if you're new. If you're old players and you're just watching this and you already know about this, back in before 2013 when the game was actually alive, there's ways that you can solo expert map, even 4-man expert map, so long as you have the corresponding deck. So this technically is a modified deck of the Frost Nature. I call it Sinner, and you actually have to be very timely on doing this correctly if you want to actually beat this map. One reason why I use Master Archer, which I really don't use on this deck, is because they focus primarily on one spot of the tower, the wall, sorry. And then I use the Frost Mage just to knock those things down, just so they can stay long enough alive, so I can use the Ice Barrier and Home Soil to be able to go right ahead and finish them much quicker as they increases damage. After that, I destroy them all. I go to my Frost Mage and put an Ice Barrier over there, because this is an old trick way back then, that when you do it, it stops Rogue and KO for quite a while, instead of just going ahead of time. This gives you some time to clear out the map, so you can be able to have Rogue and Kill walk through it without having too many mobs kicking his butt. Because as soon as Rogue and Kill dies, you die. Now for the specific for this deck, which again, I'm pretty sure I can do it with the nature, it's going to be a little bit more different. But for the specific of the deck, I relied on the Ami. Obviously, everything usually relies on the Ami Monument, right? Without the Ami Monument, I don't know if it is possible or anything like that. I haven't done it myself, but right here is what I'm showing, that I'm going to use the resources booster to go right ahead and get quickly power up. Then later on, I'm just going to summon the Ami Monument, and I already know that Z equals nature, X equals fire orb, and frost equals frost orb. So I'm pressing already like C right now, just so as soon as it comes up, it goes right away, because every seconds count in this map. You have to do everything correctly. The best way to actually do this is to have both Lost Spirit ship from red and green. I only have green, so I have to make do with what I have, and I don't have heal beside the Lost Spirit ship, which many of the players really don't use the mechanic of the Lost Spirit ship. To just like to have that AoE shooting everywhere, but the mechanic of it is beautiful. It does deal damage and it does heal you. So I sent both of my Lost Spirit ship to the bottom left side where all the stones, I think it's called stone skins, are, and then I sent the other one close to the mid area so you can clear all the stone skin and camps in there. Once that happens, I send mine to the bottom where there's another stone skin in there, and I send two of them close to the middle side so they can actually help clear that area. Now, some of the things there is see, you're pretty much on a timer if you look at it right now. Pretty much the thing, you have to make sure that all the minions are clear. I actually let some minions in there, but there was no problem. The biggest one are the stone skin, and you want to have someone right here on this spot right now. And the reason that is because there are some hurlers, and again, I think it's a hurler and another stone skin, or maybe a hurler and one of those launchers or something like that. I think it's called stone launchers and such. And what happens is they can actually destroy your monument and your power wells. So right here, something that I also forgot to do is I had to destroy the camps, because otherwise they're going to keep summoning those things. So I try my best. I thought I destroyed a cannon over there, which is another big mistake, and I used this specific green affinity dragon laws. As you see, I thought he stood there, but for some reason he followed me up top. Anyway, it was cleared. The green affinity allowed me to shut down the turrets, and then if there's any air turrets that like layer launchers, then that will shut it down as well. So I put two green affinity around there. Later on, I summoned some of the purple ones so that I needed in the end. Now, I started summoning these armor tower, and the reason that is because I have no heal. So the 4 Lost Spirit ship down on the top left side are going to come down here and suck them up. It's pretty much called recycle. And what happens then is that they are able to, at least with this amount of HP at a tier 3, upgrade 3, what happens is that they're allowed to use 2 times their ability. Now, I would have loved to go ahead and have the full ability up. However, I'm on a timer. I don't have 2 Lost Spirit ships, and these dragons are not like the best for clearing everything. The best thing that you can have is both the red and the green affinity of the Lost Spirit ship. I actually keep an eye over down here, and I do put 2 launchers on the bottom, though they didn't do anything. The only reason I did that is just in case there were some stone skin or any other kind of mob trying to finish me up. Now, again, as you saw in the bottom left, I for some reason did not destroy the camp that allowed to summon for these 2. So I tried to destroy it as fast as I can. And again, like I said, I thought I'd actually destroy the cannon, which lower Rogue and Kale by a lot, which was a big mistake. Just in case the cannon does it again and try to do it one more shot, I use the green affinity to shut it down so it doesn't actually kill Rogue and Kale. I don't have to worry about the mob now that he actually survived that. I now have to actually clear everything. The reason why I sent the dragon to the left is because I thought that I may have not destroyed the gate, the wall, and I have to make sure that all the walls are actually destroyed here, otherwise Roenkel is going to get damaged by Jorn. So once again, I actually tried to go ahead and clear the map, clear the area. I should have went a little bit more to the left because these actually get to be summoned again, but there's no problem. Here's the big mistake that I made. As you see, these ones I think were not getting cleared, and thus Rogue and Kale did get damaged. I tried to send only the purple affinity just in case they come here and destroy it. This is my first time doing this map again a long time ago. Well, I did it in 2-man, but this is my first time doing solo, so apologies if it's a little bit messy. Now, since I should have brought at least a melee with me, this could have given me time to put another construction down and put a couple of armor tower so I can get the Lost Spirit ship, press Z, and recycle them all. I didn't do that, and it was not such a big mistake and such, but I had to time my heals. Like right here, it was getting a little bit too close to comfort. So for my dragons, so I actually went ahead and put both of them, as you see right now. Both of them healed, and I stood just a bit long enough for them to actually heal and continue clearing the map on the top right side. Now I had to clear this fast because he's going to make a turn over here, and I'm not going to use the screaming or anything like that. He's going to make a turn, and I have to actually clear before he makes the U-turn back to this area where he actually have to escape. Now, I already know that in the end, as when I did my 2 men, I already know there has to be a, I don't know how many, but I know there has to be a grinder in there. So you'll see soon enough that I have to start using the ability of the Lost Soul, start using the 190 cost, so I can actually, if they die, they go right ahead and revive themselves and keep on fighting. And if I had the melee, I could have lost Evocation, which would have increased their damage by 50%, and it would have summoned another Lost Soul, another Lost Demon. You can only have one per field, I think. But anyway, one of those Lost Ship did died, still revived, still had a chance. I went ahead and I destroyed my rest so I could see how much I had in the end, so I was fine when I saw that. The reward really sucks in this, but at least it's kind of fun. So guys, like I said, if you want actually some help, subscribe to my channel, comment below that I want to enter on the prize for the BF for my dailies and such. And again, I'm actually going to be doing it by throwing a roll a d20, which will be recorded, and depending how many players there are in, if there's 5, they'll be spreading between 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, and with all their name being repeated in it, and then the roll that comes up to it, the person win. If there's only one person, just in case that actually goes ahead and say I want to enter and there's nobody else entering, he wins automatically and you'll be able to get my BF. For this one specifically, I'm going to make it 200 battleforge points, so if you guys want to enter, go right ahead. So you guys thought it was over, right? Nope. Remember I just showed you pretty much this, and it's about 6. I selling it for 650. Well, basically the one who was actually selling it right now, the 232, the big word that came. As you saw, I am actually on the timer, and I'm at literally at 1 minute and 52, and there was a big word like no other. I'm talking about it kept going on and on and on, and the guy who actually put the word the bid for it in here, the last timer to hit right at the morning where everybody's at, that would have screwed it up for me a bit, but I did get to win it. It's just I didn't get it for the price I wanted. It was $477. The last one was like $7,555 and stuff like that, so it can sell as close to that or $650 like the way I had it. And that's pretty much it. God damn.